Welcome to More Than a Mama YouTube. I am, of course, sitting in the car, and I was like, I had an episode this morning with the children, and really just showing them like appreciation. And I've always, since having my first daughter, it's always, go hard for the kids, provide the life that I want for them and what they deserve, because they didn't ask to be here. So it's like, go hard, go hard, go hard. But somewhere along the line, I spoiled them. We've spoiled them. They've been spoiled. They now feel entitled. It's an expectation of Starbucks over McDonald's, or so they now carry like this expectation of things that they want, or when it comes to the weekend, what they're doing. And I can't put much blame on everyone else except for myself, because I suffer heavily from like mom guilt. I'm better now, but it was a point in time where it's like, no, I'm not doing that, because what about my kids? Then it's like I got into the space, it's like, but you got to take care of yourself to be able to take care of them wholeheartedly. Like, that's just fact. But it's so hard to now rewrite these rules when it comes to them, and really teach them the value of like being grateful and appreciative. Like, we go so hard for you guys. Like, I will continue to hustle hard and provide a life that I feel they deserve, and always put out opportunities and keep them involved in things to kind of, just figure out them, and just make sure that they have endless opportunities when it comes to life, because again, they did not ask to be here. So I feel it is my job as their parent to do all that I can to provide this life. But with that being said, we're still raising little humans. So within all of that, and providing and giving and doing so much for them, you still want to teach values like respect and appreciation, and to know that you have to work for the things that you get, and nothing like, you don't want something to just be handed to you. You want to work for the stuff that you have. And I don't know, like, I think I'm just in a heavy space of like being so loaded with everything that it's going to take me really getting a grip on everything and lining it up in making so many adjustments to where we're all comfortable. We're all, transitioning into this new lane of ways, and it not be so foreign or difficult and, hard for us to get into. My kids are amazing, but they're spoiled and they're entitled. And I just want to always just love on them and continue to do for them. But I also want to be appreciated. And I know I'm not the only one that feels unappreciated. I know I'm not the only parent out there that's like, dang, I do so much for these kids, and they just don't see it. But sometimes, and I've learned this, especially going through therapy, is changing the perspective. And when it comes to, let's say, relationships, you can, I say you can't, because you can, but you sometimes have to position yourself to look at the other person's perspective. There was a situation that had just occurred, and my boyfriend was telling me all about it. And long story short, I just had to explain to him, like, us women look at men when they go through things, and they choose things like, oh, let me go to the bar, let me go play a pickup game, let me release these emotions that's their way of dealing with whatever issue. Like, that's how men deal. Women can, for example, go through a heartbreak or whatever and sulk, blast every heartbreak song. I know for me it was Keisha Cole, and who else was Alice? K. Michelle, like, repeat, Boohoo crying, bottle of wine. Like, that was when I was of age. When I wasn't of age, I just felt stuck in bed, felt like I was hit by a bus. Like, we deal with things differently, but I had to set myself aside and be like, well, just because he ain't crying doesn't mean he ain't feeling. That's how he's feeling. That's how he's processing. That's how he's going through whatever he's going through. But we're looking at it in a different way. We're looking at it like, this man does not care. He out here at this bar drinking, but we at home with our bottle of wine and we just got tears flowing. But a man is trained or taught, as a man, you show little emotion. If you show too much, that's soft. This like, just imagine the stuff that's like weighed on them, on how they're supposed to be as a man. So it's the same thing with these kids. Sometimes, like for my oldest, I have to really, really listen and hear her and take in all her frustration. Understand sometimes when she's expressing herself, she's not yelling at me. Hear her when, although I'm teaching, we're all a team. Mom, you do have to hold the littles accountable. Yes, I'm the oldest, but it's not all on me. And she's right. I come from a household that's like, my sister took a lot of heat. My older sister, she took a lot of heat. Everything was on her. So when she got a older age, she just rebelled. And I learned so much from my growing up that with my kids, I try to do so much. Like, literally everything is different. It's a different outlook. Just everything is different. I don't really follow a lot of... I did, but now I'm like, that ain't working. That's not going to work. I'm probably going to get the same outcome and we're all going to be dysfunctional. And I don't want that. But moving forward, like, I have to sometimes put myself in these kids' perspectives and take the blame. So it's not their fault that they're expecting Starbucks. It's my fault. Because I did it. I gave it to them. It's my fault that these kids, are telling me they want these Starbucks orders put in. It's my fault that they don't always take me serious because I'm not always serious. It's my fault that they have an expectation to do something every weekend, and when it's time for us to just chill at the house, it's foreign to them. That's my fault. And I've been called out about this, and it's always like, no, but I want them to experience life. No, but I also want the respect. But I'm not giving this playing ground and creating this space and environment for me to be respected when I'm just, y'all just don't clean up your room. We're still gonna go hang out because mama doesn't want you in the house. So I'm guilty of it. So I say all that to say something's gotta give. Today was the last straw. I'm still gonna ride for my kids. I'm still gonna hustle so hard. I'm still gonna provide and make sure they have all these opportunities because they did not ask to be here. But mama is gonna get some respect. And I'm not saying they're just out here like being disrespectful. When I make that statement, it's really just clean your room the first time. Let's fix these habits. Let's know mama is serious the first time. And not by doing it the way my parents did it, to where it was, heavy discipline. But really just, listen. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And we want this house clean. If we cleaned up, we wouldn't have to do it all the time. If we picked up after ourselves, we wouldn't have to do it all the time. We wouldn't have to constantly be picking things up. if you did it the first time, you wouldn't hear my mouth. We all could be working and be in this great, amazing energy, but we have to work together. And I think I just have to go heavy with applying the values that I want for them, communicating with them, explaining to them, showing them, like, the consequence of, a dirty room. No, we're not going anywhere, and standing on that. Like, I have to make some changes because these bad habits have to be non-existent. So my very well taken care of, spoiled, entitled children might not like me for a little bit, but they're going to appreciate me in the long run because they're going to be able to function better. And this vision of all this organized just way of living is just going to flow so effortlessly. And I'm just so excited for that. So, mamas and daddies, don't give up on these kids. They don't know, and it's our job to teach them. But we also have to take accountability when we create these bad habits. When we create and we feed these entitled children. Don't be surprised. Just know that you played your part. And if you want to change it, it's up to you to change it. So, good luck. If you got any tips, let me know. I'm open for everything. Let me know. Let me know, because it's going to be a journey. But not one that I cannot take on. And I have amazing support. Boyfriend, you ready? So if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube, More Than a Mama. Send it, share it, speak on it, talk about it. Hit me up about it. Let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's continue to grow together, because we're growing in all aspects of life. As people, as parents, just all over. So y'all continue to be blessed, and don't forget to subscribe, share it. I'll be back, y'all.